Today, on Be Something Wonderful, collapse the matrix with these 3 words. I am enough. I am your host, Kearin, and these are the studios of Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. The question is, how come? How come the law of assumption hasn't worked for me? How come it's not working? I'm assuming, I'm affirming, I'm imagining my wish fulfilled, I'm visualizing my end, what I want in my life in a relaxed, sleepy state, as the spiritual teacher Neville Goddard called the state akin to sleep. Why hasn't it manifested? Why am I not living that dream life? Well, here's why. Remember, it's always working. You are reality. So whatever, who and what you believe yourself to be, your truth, who you assume, affirm, and imagine yourself to be, from that place of truth, is your life experience. So you might say, well, then, no, okay, but I'm trying to believe it. I'm imagining, affirm it. How come? Because you are trying to believe in your wish fulfilled, in your new desired version of you in your life, by looking for proof and evidence in secondary causes, in secondary conditions. Hear this. In thoughts and feelings, images, perceptions, and appearances of people, events, and things, conditions and circumstances that are secondary cause. They're secondary to you as source. You're trying to create and manifest a new you with second-hand beliefs. What's the belief? I am not enough yet. I'm not enough until I see it in the proof of the people, events, and circumstances, or the changing thoughts and feelings, or images and perceptions. You are the proof. Those images, those thoughts, those feelings, those perceptions, those appearances, those circumstances, those conditions are all secondary causation. We've been pointing at this idea over the last few days in some of the recent videos. They are not cause or proof or evidence of anything, but more conditions and circumstances that are not reality. Wow. You are reality. You are the one and only cause. Let me show you. So you have this assumption, I am not enough yet. But if I imagine it, if I affirm it, if I assume it, then I will be in some event in the future. So it's always out of reach. You're always creating a reality where you're not enough, but you're affirming and assuming and imagining that you will be. Do you see? Believing in these secondary causes, these secondary beliefs, these dead thoughts based on circumstances and evidence of proof of who you are from all of these dead conditions. They're not source or cause or anything. Remember what memories are. Memories are simply mental images of the past, present, or future. It's all now that exists here and now as potential. Everything's a memory or a mental image. But you're looking at those as proof of who you are, as proof of your reality. Making that past a solid evidence that you're not yet who you desire to be. Making these present appearances of circumstances and conditions solid evidence that you're not there yet, while you continue to imagine it. Seth, the non-physical entity that was channeled through a woman called Jane Roberts in the 1960s and 70s, a little bit in the 80s, said this. This is all available in the Seth materials, a bunch of books that were written by Jane Roberts, right? Seth through Jane Roberts. Your present beliefs, there's only 2. I am or I am not. I am enough or I'm not enough yet. And I've got to manifest it. I've got to affirm it. I've got to do something to be enough. Your present beliefs structure the memories. In other words, structure the memories, the conditions, the circumstances, all of it, which will parade before you now. And what you remember will then seem to justify the beliefs. Wow. Powerful. As you argue for your limitations, the pattern or the vicious cycle, that so-called pattern or vicious cycle that this particular creator pointed to, of secondary causation continues. Do you see? It's all that focus on secondary causes. You are first cause. You are creating it all from nothingness, new in this moment. A new past, a new present, a new future, a new you in every moment. Wow. Stop trying to believe. Stop looking for proof and evidence of who you are in your imagined ideal life in secondary causes, secondary conditions, secondary circumstances. This is beyond belief. We need to remember, belief requires external proof to believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Because when you keep looking out there for the proof, keep looking the proof in your what you're thinking or feeling or what's appearing in your awareness at the moment, you will remember it wrong and be wrong about everything. That's from the movie Solaris. You know, I love that quote, right? That main character having that realization that he remembered it wrong. He was wrong about everything. Because it's all coming from this assumption that I am not enough yet. But if I keep imagining, I keep affirming, sometime in the future I will be enough. And there'll be proof. I'll have the right thoughts. I'll have the right feelings. I'll see the right images. Have the right perceptions. The right people, events, and circumstances. They're all secondary causes. The law of assumption, Neville Goddard, is powerful because it's a creative act as first cause. That's the power of assumption. It's different than a mere belief. Belief requires proof. It requires evidence. An assumption is the proof. It's accepted as true without proof because the assumption itself is all the proof you need. You as source, you as first cause. In other words, you are the proof. Your assumption as first cause or source that you are enough and are the version of you living that dream ideal life right now. A Course in Miracles said this about memory. Memory is a skill that can remember now. Wow. Right? They talked about the idea that we use memory in a funny way. Right? That we believe it's only something from the past. But it's a mental image. It's an idea that exists here and now. Everything must exist here and now or not at all. And if you're not remembering your life, the version of you, as you would like to be right now, you're remembering it wrong. If you're remembering others in reality as a version that's not your absolute ideal, you're remembering it wrong and you'll be wrong about everything. Wow, that's powerful. In Bashar, the non-physical that's channeled through this guy, Darryl Anka, right, had said this mantra or this affirmation is perhaps the most powerful thing that you could use as a physically focused you, as a permission slip to know yourself as first cause or source. I am who I am, and that is enough. That's the mantra. Wow, powerful mantra, powerful permission slip. Why? What is it saying? I am who I am, and that is enough. I am first cause. I am relative first cause. In other words, I am all that is, but I am a focused center of all that isness. But at the same time, I'm all of it. Do you see? So that's what relative first cause. It's relative to the one existence of all that is. The one divine mind of which you are a center of. And the operant power, but not just the operant power, all the power there is. So as you're in this vertical, and the only question is all that is who are you? What you imagine is reality. And it creates a past and a future that makes space-time sense to who you define yourself to be now. Do you see? There are no existing memories that exist in the past or images that exist in the future. That's the trick. Remember what A Course in Miracles says, time is a trick. History wouldn't exist if we didn't keep making the same error in the present moment. Believing, right? You're creating who you were and who you will be and who you are right now from this present moment. All other things are secondary causes, secondary conditions. But you're trying to imagine it's still focused here. Do you see? Wow, that's powerful. Instead of we offered this idea in a recent video, that you're being gaslit by secondhand beliefs, by circumstantial evidence, by secondary causes and fragmented and incomplete images or memories, perceptions, thoughts and feelings, appearances of I am not enough. That's all that no memory is complete. They're all partial, fragmented perceptions of reality. You are the only one and only complete and absolute reality fulfilled now. So instead of being gaslit by other people, events, and circumstances, incomplete thoughts, feelings, and perceptions and images, gaslight reality with your truth. What is that truth? I am enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. As relative first cause, as the Son of God, as the center of all that is, as that one divine mind, as the operant power, all power, as the one and only reality. That is the assumption that approaches the absolute truth of reality. I am enough. Wow. I am is reality. When you say I am enough, you are invoking that relative first cause. You're no longer looking outside in the people, events, and circumstances and the changing thoughts and feelings and images and perceptions for proof. Your assumption doesn't need proof because you're source. Trying to believe it makes no sense. Go to the knowing that you are it, complete, whole, healed, and fulfilled forevermore, here and now. Remember, reality has no will or mind of its own. It's your will, it's your mind. The entire matrix collapses. What is the matrix, after all, that all of these teachers talk about? It's just the secondary causes and conditions of I am not enough. It keeps you trapped in that idea that I'm not enough yet. I'm not complete. I'm not whole. I've got to create that. I've got to get there. But in the moment that you gaslight that reality with I am who I am and that is enough, because it is everything, it must yield, it must collapse, it must fold to your choice. It must form around that assumption. Collapse the matrix today with these 3 words: I am enough. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and these are the studios at Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, be sure to check out the Tom Kearin channel. We just dropped a big vault video there that you're going to love. And we have a live event coming at the end of this month. We're going to remind you of that live event on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. With great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.